Okay, I'm going to record a quick video. This is not so much a tutorial, but just me kind of messing around in Onshape. Earlier today, I saw this plan posted on one of the 3D printing boards that I frequent, and someone asked if somebody could lay this out for them and design it. So I told them I'd give it a shot. This is not going to be a very difficult job. There's a few things that are ambiguous about it, like the radius of the corners here. My presumption is going to be that the corner radius is going to be the same as the radius to the holes. That's what I'll make it anyway, and if I need to adjust that, I can. I'll let the person requesting this know that I can make adjustments to it, no problem. They've got one. They've got one call out here, 0.250 from the wall. Also, the units are a little bit mixed up. We've got some millimeters, we've got some inches. That's no problem at all. We can just convert units, no problem. So, anyway, I'm going to be using Onshape, which is a free online tool that anyone can use to do some even advanced drafting if you want to. This is a professional tool. Free account lets you create anything you want, but it has to be publicly available to others. So anybody that has an Onshape account can view your designs. So anyway, I'm just going to create a new document, and I'm going to call it project for now. So we don't have a better name for it. I've already set up my workspace to be a metric unit, so I'm going to be converting everything from the inch standard to metric. This is the Onshape workspace, as you can see. We have a blank workspace represented with 3 planes here, representing the front, top, and right, or X, Y, and Z planes. And using the right mouse button, you can drag and reposition your view. So easy enough. Now in Onshape and many other CAD programs, the first step in doing anything is you're going to create a sketch. So we'll go up here to the toolbar and we'll click sketch, and now we'll choose the plane that we want the sketch to exist on. And it doesn't really matter what plane you choose, but I'm going to go ahead and choose the top plane, and then I'll right click and choose view normal to sketch plane, and that just aligns the view with a top down, what they refer to as a normal view of this plane. So the first thing we're going to start off with is just a basic rectangle. Bring up the, I want to do the outline of the outside of this, and it is 2.550 inches by 2.775, I believe. So 2.55 by 2.775. Now I'll convert those into metric. We'll start off with a basic circle here. And first thing is going to be the width we need to get, which is 2.550. And I'll do some conversion here real quick. This part is going to be kind of boring, but 2.550, just 2 millimeters. Let me verify that's what we're working at, 2.55, and that is 64.77 millimeters. So 64. Sorry, let's just escape that. 64. Sorry, we'll just dimension is 64.77 millimeters. Now the second dimension is 2.775 inches. So we'll convert that. And that is 70.485 millimeters. So dimension, using the dimension tool, 70.485. Okay. Now, I will draw a couple construction lines just to get the center points. All this is optional. There's lots of different ways you can do this. This is just my preferred method for doing this. Draw another construction line. Construction lines don't get rendered onto a onto a sketch basically. They're just there for your guide, but this gives me a center point now. According to the drawing, we have an opening in the middle. The opening size is not defined. Okay, so based on what they've indicated here, and again I can make the change if this is not going to be accurate, but it looks to me like we're going to be going 0.25 inches from the wall out and probably in with our holes. That's not a problem. So instead of doing the big opening in the middle, I'll do the screw holes. The screw holes are marked as 3 millimeter in diameter, and they are all 0.25 inches from the wall. I'm presuming in both directions. We'll see. 0.25 inches from the wall, both left and right. I will place some more construction lines, 0.25 inches from the wall. And to do so, we'll draw a line, and then we'll use the dimension tool. And I know this, but I want to verify it. 0.25 inches. In millimeters is 6.35 millimeters. Okay, so 6.35. Just verifying what I know. 6.35. And we'll do another. Do this again. Dimension it. 6.35. And again, and there's lots of ways I could do this. I'll show you a couple different ways. Ooh, I did something wrong there. This is not right. So let's just change this. That is incorrect. Strange. Hold on 1 second. It's more like it. Okay. And I'll tell you what, we don't actually need to do a line over here, and I'll show you how. We're going to make a 3 millimeter hole centered here. 3 millimeters. And we could go around and make the holes manually, and I'll do another hole here and make it 3 millimeters. Okay. But if we don't want to do that, we can use the mirror function in the sketch mirror function in Onshape. Just select the mirror line, which is going to be this construction line of the center line that I made before, and then it asks to select the entities to be mirrored. So I'm going to select that circle and that circle. And as you can see, we have four circles now. So there's our holes. I'll go ahead on the presumption that the center opening hole is supposed to be equidistant from these holes here. at 6.35 millimeters, I'll go ahead and make construction lines and space them accordingly. So a construction line here to here. Again, using the dimension tool, just pull this across. .35 millimeters, and another dimension, or another construction line across, dimensioned 6.35 millimeters. Looks good. We can go ahead and use the mirror function again just to replicate those lines. Okay. Now if we draw a rectangle, there, that's really all that we need in order to produce this part. So I'm going to choose Extrude. You don't even have to confirm the sketch, just extruding it will confirm the sketch. And we need to know a depth. Now the default is 25 millimeters. That's not what they want on here. It looks like half an inch. So half of, what is it, 24 point, let me just, .5 inches to millimeters is 12.7. So 12.7. There's our depth. Okay. And we've got some fillets to do. So, and that's the rounded corners. We're making some assumptions here since we don't have a dimension for the corner radius. So I'm going to make this fillet 6.35, which is the radius from the center of the hole. And all we have to do is go around this model and choose all of the outer corners. And we can also go around the model and choose the inner corners if they wanted a rounded inner, but it doesn't look like they do. So really, that's all that has to happen with this particular model. Very easy to do. Here's what this person sent. Just going over the rest of it, I think everything looks good. So I'm going to export this as an STL and upload it to Thingiverse for the individual. So we will go to export. Oh, and I'll hold on one second. I want to confirm that fillet so these changes are definitely saved. There we go. Now we can change anything. So if they decide that maybe those 3 millimeter holes are too small, that's very easy to do. You can just go back into the sketch and alter the dimensions on anything. Once you confirm that alteration, it will iterate through the final product rendering. So we'll go ahead and export this. Just call it project. And that is really all there is to it. I'll go ahead and upload this and send it on your way. Thank you.